Chelsea 0, Real Madrid 2. I think across the two legs, Real Madrid were the better side, but in that game tonight, Chelsea totally dominated. I don't understand how it's possible to have like 16, 17 chances and score none. And Real Madrid only have about like, was it like 9, 10, maybe 11, and they scored 2. But I think Aubameyang would have made a big difference for Chelsea tonight if he was in the squad. I think it was one of their biggest mistakes not putting him in the Champions League squad, because I think even though he kind of has an attitude problem, at least he knows where the net is, and he's an out and out goal scorer, which Felix isn't, and Havertz isn't either. And I think if he was on the pitch tonight, Chelsea would have got onto the score sheet at least once. And they might have scored in Madrid as well. I think Madrid were pretty average across both legs, really, because in the first leg they should have scored more than 2, and in the second leg they were lucky to end up going through. And I think if a team like City gets those chances, if we end up playing them, that Chelsea got tonight, then they'd be punished. Because I think one of the reasons why Madrid won it last season is because the teams that played against them ended up giving away sloppy goals, and then when they got chances themselves, didn't take them. Where this tie changed to Real Madrid's momentum was when Cucurella missed that chance in the first half. If he scores that and Chelsea go 1-0 up, then Stamford Bridge is bouncing, and then the momentum's with Chelsea. But because Cucurella missed that shot, that's when the momentum went from Chelsea's way to Madrid's way. And then second half, Chelsea missed too many chances again, and then they defended sloppily for the both goals. The first goal, Chalobah dives in, and second goal. For the second goal, I don't know what Kepa's doing, and I don't know how Mudryk didn't score his chance when he put it wide, even though it probably would have been offside because the flag was up. But I don't understand how he's missing from that close. Him and Cucurella were arguably the two most flop transfers in Premier League history, along with like the likes of like Maguire and that. And I think Davinson Sanchez is up there as well. But I think if Chelsea had like someone like Victor Osimhen in their team, then they'd probably be a much better side, because all that Chelsea are really missing is like a world-class centre-back. Because I know Thiago Silva is world-class, but he hasn't got the right partner, because Koulibaly hasn't fit in well at Chelsea, and Chalobah just isn't good enough. I think if they could get someone like maybe like Bastoni or like Gvardio in, then that would make their defence much better, and it would make their defence less leaky. And I don't know what's happened to Reece James this season, because last season he was one of the best right backs in Europe, but this season he's been very average. I know he's had his injury problems, but when he has played, he hasn't been the Reece James of previous seasons. And Kante has made Chelsea's midfield look better because it's been creating more chances, but whenever Chelsea put a ball across the box, there's no one there ever to tap it home. it's either like going behind whoever's playing up top, or like they get onto it and it goes wide or something. But leave me your thoughts on this video. So it's looking like Chelsea's season is pretty much over, because they've got a tough run-in coming up. I think they've got like City, they've got Brentford, they've got Arsenal, they've got Newcastle at home. Because I don't think their squad has the belief that they had last season. Because I know last season they weren't great, but there was periods where last season you'd think that they could have won the league, but around Christmas time they had a massive drop off and then ended up coming third. But at least when they were having like bad performances, they still found a way to win here and there. Because I remember when they played Newcastle at home last season, where they won 1-0. I think Havertz scored a last-minute winner. Newcastle were by far the better team, but ended up getting robbed because they didn't get a penalty and they didn't take the chances. And then Havertz scored out of nowhere. But Havertz this season has been poor, and Chelsea's whole team has been fairly poor. And they also need a new keeper as well, because I don't think Mendy's good enough and I don't think Kepa's good enough. They just need to get rid of like Deadwood, like Gallagher. And they need to get rid of like players like Chalobah, and they need to get rid of players like Mount. I know that might upset a lot of Chelsea fans watching this video, but I just think he's been so poor for like the last like year and a half or so. And I know he scored against us in the Champions League. No, not scored against us, sorry. He made the assist for the goal. But since that game, he's just been poor. And I think if Chelsea could get, say, 40 or 50 million for him, then if I was them, I'd sell him. And I think Gallagher, if they could get maybe 25-30 million for him, they should sell him as well, because he did well at Crystal Palace in his loan spell there, but I don't think he's like at this like sort of level yet. I think he's at that like sort of like Palace level, Everton league sort of level. He's not at that level where like you're at your Chelsea level, your Arsenal level, your Liverpool level, your United level, your Man City level, your Spurs level, your Newcastle level even. But thanks for watching. Like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you guys for another video soon.